that's a crystal shard. We don't have any mana up. Please don't bounce our thing. They bounce our thing. Well, there's gonna be a price for that.
Today on Commander Replay, we check out some interesting interactions with Sek'kuar Shaman Tribal, next on Commander Replay. Hey guys, there's two great ways to support the channel. All links are in the description below.
Welcome back, everyone. Playing some Sek'kuar Shamans today. And we've got a full tribal game going. Let's take a look at this opener. I've been thinking about it for a little while. It's not great, but if we just slow roll the Decree of Pain, we will draw a million cards, and that'll be cool. Also, Molten Echoes is just fun, so against all better judgment, I'm going to keep this one. Opponent starts it off. They've got a Scry Temple coming in. They're going to Scry one. Brings it to our turn one. We draw a Vraska Golgari Queen. Still a ways away from that one. Let's just go Rootbound Crag tapped, I guess. Nothing to do on one here. And we'll pass like that. So Fish had a super rough start. She had a mulligan to 4. And we had talked about restarting the game, but Zach Ryan said he has a turn 2 Howling Mine coming. So we're going to try to play it out. But with Fish having gone that low... Oh, and there's an Esper Sentinel. So they should get a little bit of card draw and be able to get themselves back in it. It's still not ideal, but it's something. Vampiric Tutor into the Esper Sentinel. So Fish getting the draw already. And we'll probably get another one when that Howling Mine comes down. So... yeah, I think Fish is going to get caught up pretty quickly here. We could use that Howling Mine also, because this hand is slow. And I knew that going in, but haven't gotten to use Decree of Pain in a while. Molten Echoes is super fun in tribal decks, so seemed like a reasonable enough keep. Plus lands. Lands are good. Brings it back to our turn. There's a Haunting Voyage. Nice late game play, but not really something we need right now. But I guess we can foretell it, so gives us something to do. Play the Mountain, foretell the Haunting Voyage. And we'll pass like that. Here comes the Howling Mine. That'll trigger the Esper Sentinel, so Fish going to get a bunch of cards right here. It's going to be 3 extra cards with the 2 off Esper Sentinel and the 1 off Howling Mine over the last turn cycle, so that's pretty good. And after this trigger, Fish is going to be at 7 cards. Goes for the tap land. Fish is going to swing over to Zach Ryan. Take a quick peek at this deck. So here's the deck list. I have made a couple changes to this deck. I've played it about 3 times now, and the thing that I noticed is that it has a ton of ramp. Had like 16 or 17 pieces of ramp, but not nearly enough card draw. So I flip-flopped a few of those slots, got rid of about 4 pieces of ramp, and added 4 more pieces of card draw. The one thing that I noticed is that most of these Shamans aren't individually impactful on the board, so this is the type of deck. So whenever you cast a creature, you either want to be getting like a Molten Echoes trigger or drawing a card with Guardian Project, or for decks like this, I really like Sunbird's Invocation. I think that one's also great. Mirror March could be a thing as well. Basically anything that turns 2 cards into 1 card is where you want to be for a deck like this, because each Shaman doesn't just take over the game or anything like that. So anyway, it brings back to our turn. We get our second draw off the Howling Mine, and there's the Goblin and Archomancer. It's a little bit of ramp. That sounds nice. What's this one do? Realm Walker. Enters the battlefield, choose a creature type, look at the top card of your library, may cast creatures of the chosen type from the top of your library. We'll wait on that one. Let's get the Anarchomancer. Play the Forest, and then cast the Anarchomancer. Nothing to do with that 1 mana, so we'll just tap it out and pass it. Let's take a look at our commander. It is Sek'kuar Deathkeeper out of Cold Snap. 5 mana for a 4/3. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, create a 3/1 black and red Graveborn creature token with haste. It is an Orc Shaman, and it is leading our Shaman tribal deck today. This deck is interesting. As far as win conditions, it does have some sack outlet stuff and some mass reanimation stuff with Haunting Voyage, Living Death, cards like that. The plan is really to value until we're able to make one of these big plays and then just kind of get there with value. From the first few go-arounds in the deck, I noticed that it really takes a lot of creatures to be able to push a winning board state. Shamans aren't really known for attacking for big damage, so you just have to keep that in mind when you're building a deck like this and, adjust your play style to what the tribe needs to be doing. So anyway, opponent gets themselves a Skycat Sovereign. Mindclaw Shaman. Uh-oh. Instant and sorceries only, right? Instant or sorcery. Who are they going with? I feel like we might be... Oh, going for Fish. Nice. Well, it's a good thing they're not casting our Decree of Pain, because that would have been kind of nasty. This is an interesting card. It has a tendency to whiff a lot. So the only places I would really use it are in an ETB deck, maybe something like Gerard. Something where you can potentially get multiple triggers with it, because one single trigger is prone to the whiff, so that is always a problem. Anyway, it brings it back to our turn, and they do indeed whiff right there. Nothing. but that will bring it back to our turn. There's a land and a Find Finality, both decent pickups. Let's get a swamp going. I think we can get our commander right here. Seems like a solid idea. Cast our commander. And we can poke Zach Ryan. He is open. I guess we could have poked Fish. There's a Verge Rangers. Interesting card. One that I thought would be a little bit better than it is, but it's never quite as good as you want it to be. That being said, it's not awful. Like, if you don't have Keeper of the Accord and you just need a way to get caught up on lands, like, it's still a very playable card. Really, I think it's a victim of just a lot of good cards have been printed over the past few years, and this one doesn't edge out a lot of those cards. But if you're just needing to fill that role of getting some lands, then it's perfectly reasonable. Sol Ring. They bounce our commander. That's kind of annoying. Didn't seem necessary. And Ishai coming into play. Ugh. Taking a look at our opponent's decks today. First up, we have Zach Ryan piloting Zuberi Golden Feather, and this is going to be Griffin Tribal. I'm very curious to see this, because Griffins are a classically underpowered tribe. But this commander is an Anthem in the command zone, and that's not the worst thing. Maybe doesn't have lines of broken text like most commanders today do, but at least it's some kind of support for the creatures you want to run in the deck, so it's something. Drop a Helm with a Host on it, might get a little silly. Opponent plays a Clever Impersonator copying the Ishai. That means that we are going to need to fast track our way to that Decree of Pain. That's 8 mana. We're a ways away from that. Let's get Molten Echoes. It triggers 2 Ishais and the Esper Sentinel. It's not the best. Not paying. We're going to use that mana on the Realm Walker. Choosing Shaman. We're going to play the High Market, then play the Realm Walker, triggering both Ishais again, also choosing Shaman. Getting a copy with the Molten Echoes, once again choosing Shaman. Top card of our library is a land, a tap land. It's not the best. No good attacks, so we'll pass like that. There's a Cleansing Nova on all creatures, so that'll take care of the double Ishai problem. Thank God. I was just doing the math. I'm like, we're so far away from this Decree of Pain. Both of those Ishais will be huge. We are going to lose a couple things that I did kind of want, but we do have 2 mass reanimation spells available to us in Patriarch's Bidding. Probably not great, being that this is a tribal game, but also Haunting Voyage, which is definitely good. Yep, send those to the graveyard. At least our commander didn't get blown up and all that. Though, if our commander were in play, we would have gotten a few Sek'kuar triggers, which, you know, can be nice. But then we'd have to recast our commander. Since we haven't ramped, that's kind of a headache. Ugh, Rhystic Study coming in. Might shoot that with the Vraska, although I might take the turn to get our commander back into play, just because that's a very expensive mana play. Find is also interesting, because that Goblin Anarchomancer has been our ramp for the game. So would actually love to catch a ramp spell off the top. Empyrean Eagle coming in, yep. Temple of the False God for opponent. It's not a card that I like, but I would definitely sign up for one right now, because we just need more mana. The Eldest Reborn, each opponent sacrifices a creature or a planeswalker. Well, we don't have any of those. And looks like they paid for the Esper Sentinel. What's the next mode? Each opponent discards a card. We've got some extra lands. We should be okay. Continuing on our opponents, in the middle, we've got Fish Said Fish piloting Ishai, Ojutai Dragon Speaker, and Siana, Eye of the Storm. And this is... I believe she said it's going to be a Birds deck, though the creature types do seem to be a little bit all over the place. It is still in the early going of the game. Anyway, with that, brings it back to our turn. There's a land and an Ashnod's Altar. Ashnod's Altar gives us some hope of being able to get some additional mana. So let's get our commander in. Can't pay for the Rhystic Study, though. We could have played a land first and paid for it, but was thinking about getting the tap land in this turn. We're going to keep the original one, play the tap land, and we'll pass like that. Yeah, everyone's staying full with the Howling Mine. Mass discard. Not that great against onboard draw effects. Our final opponent, by the way, is Cadus piloting Nicole Bolas the Ravager. This is a Bolas tribal deck. It's going to have all the versions of Bolas in it, so watch out for those. Those can be kind of nasty. It definitely plays like a control deck, has some nasty stuff in it. Hopefully our Reanimation will get us past all the removal that they are likely running. Here comes opponent's commander, Zuberi, coming into play. Pays for the study. Oh, Finality's a little bit of a board wipe. It's good to keep in mind also. That's a Crystal Shard. We don't have any mana up. Please don't bounce our thing. They bounce our thing. Well, there's going to be a price for that. There's going to be a price for that. Grateful Apparition, yep, is a spirit. Maybe just blue-white flyers is the theme. Each opponent discards a card. We'll discard the mountain since we seem to have a lot of red mana in play already. Hanging on to the green. What's the last one? Put target creature or planeswalker from a graveyard onto the battlefield. Oh, yeah, that one seems good. I imagine they probably go for the Esper Sentinels since none of the creatures are really insane, although an Archomancer is one that they could go for. Solemn, into the study. pays for the study. Bolas coming in. More discard. More discard. I guess the land, and we'll just hope to catch one off the top, but it'll be really bad if we don't. Those are some cards. Casualties of War. Seems like a card we want to play right now. Didn't hit that land drop, though. That is disappointing. Cast Casualties of War. Artifact. Crystal Shard. Creature. Bolas. Enchantment. Heuristic Study. Land. This Scavenger Grounds, because we are a Reanimator deck. Can't pay for the study. Oh, if he leaves balls in the graveyard, he can just pull it back out. We're going to have to discard again. Yeah, that's not the best. That is not the best. Though if someone shoots the... No, it goes back to the command zone. Okay. Ooh, if he brings back the Mindclaw Shaman, that's kind of a thing, too, because we have nasty spells in our hand. Feast and Famine. That's a magic card. It's probably coming our way, too. Yeah, not loving all the discard that's about to happen here. Oh, it has flying. He can go anywhere with it, then. Gets a Griffin Rider into play. Yeah. Human Knight. Does say Griffin, but, oh, as long as you control a Griffin, it gets +3/+3 in flying. Makes sense. Over to Cadus. Yep. Though, yeah, I kind of wish we had the casualties up still to shoot the Sword of Feast and Famine. Untaps all his lands. Sword of the Animist, more ramp. Equips the Sword of the Animist. Yeah, he's in a decent spot now. He's ready to generate a lot of value. Not particularly excited about having to discard. We really need to pick up some ramp. Like, there is a lot of ramp in this deck, and we've managed to not draw most of it. It's kind of annoying. We could be on Vraska, shoot the Feast and Famine. Though I guess, maybe we can let it go with turn, I think. Reconnaissance Mission is a powerful card. Whenever creature you control deals combat damage, you may draw a card. Has cycling. 1/1 coming our way, yep. They draw a card, and they proliferate. They're going to proliferate the thing right now. What are we getting? Getting the Clever Impersonator. Ooh, Feast and Famine. Sword of the Animist. Okay. Less brutal. More of a sustained kind of ramp. Won't draw nearly as much attention as the Feast and Famine. Howling Mind's going to be interesting here because it's going to keep drawing all of us into removal. And I know Cadus has a bunch. This deck has a reasonable amount. So this game could potentially go very long. Sword of the Animist onto the Solemn Simulacrum. God, if we could catch Sek'kuar Tribelder or something like that. It's Molten Echoes. That'd be fantastic. I think that's a Shaman, right? It is indeed a Shaman. Yeah, that would be a huge pickup. Sending the thing over to Fish. Yep, gets a land. Takes 3. That's the original Nicole Bolas. That's a nasty one. You don't want to get hit by that one. The problem is, ooh, Burning Tree Shaman with Molten Echoes is a lot of mana. Play the Swamp. Does that get us to Decree of Pain? I think it does. Yeah, that does get us to Decree of Pain, and I was hoping to wait on that for a second, but I think we do it this way. Let's play the Burning Tree Shaman, add some mana, get a copy with Molten Echoes. There's the copy. We have 4 mana, play the Ashnod's Altar, sacrifice the token, and then cast this Patriarch's Bidding? Nope, not Patriarch's Bidding. Wrong one. Wow, almost messed that up. Decree of Pain. Cast this Decree of Pain. Fish is going to Fairies Protect, but this is interesting because she's really only protecting the Grateful Apparition. But I'm perfectly happy to burn that to Fairies right now. So, unless maybe she's trying to set up, maybe she's got a sword in hand or something like that. But yeah, that's feels like it could be a premature to Fairies Protection. We draw some stuff. Opponent draws a card. I think we already played a land. It's going to be a little awkward. Yep. Ooh, 10 cards in hand. I think we're going to discard the creatures and look to play a Mass Reanimation spell on our next turn. Holding on to the Eternal Witness, though, just because that one's... what else are we discarding? Don't want to discard the land. Maybe discard the Eternal Witness. Command Zone? No. Question is, which card are we going to go with? Patriarch's Bidding does get our opponent's stuff back, so... Living Death does the same thing. With that being the case, might be on the Haunting Voyage. Blade Griff Prototype. Interesting card. Deals combat damage to a player. Destroy target non-land permanent of that player's choice that one of your opponents controls. Yeah. Puts a sword on it. Oh my. If we untap with our board state and don't get interacted with, I think we're actually set up to have a pretty crazy turn. We go Goblin Bombardment, Haunting Voyage. Oh man, 7 to foretell that thing. That's a bit. Then we get all of our stuff back, Sun Titan, and we'll have a ton of tokens with the Molten Echoes. We can attack a lot and then use a lot and then make a lot of sack triggers, and that's pretty crazy. And I don't know if we'll have the mana, but with an Ashnod's Altar out there, we might. But we might be able to Thrilling Encore also, and that would be even crazier. I think we would have exactly enough colored mana to do that. Fish coming our way, yep. Look at these life totals, though. Turn 8. People have barely lost life. That's what happens when you're playing, like, tribes and stuff. because the creatures tend to be not quite as strong, so you're not just hammering out the damage. Also, the Howling Mine has fed people into a lot of removal, so that's a thing too. Mystic Remora. Well, opponent's going to draw some cards off what we're doing. It's not the best. Pays with Heuristic Study. Fish got Heuristic Study back somehow. Didn't see it. Oh, Sun Titan. Yep, it's not ideal. Damnation. Oh, I was going to steal that Sun Titan. Was going to steal that Sun Titan. Oh, the Thrilling Encore. That's disappointing. Opponent sacrifices Malevolent Hermit. They have to pay 3 or it gets countered. They do have the mana, though. This is good, actually. This will work out. Other than being able to do the Sun Titan shenanigans that I was hoping on. But, hey, everything getting blued up. It does use up a lot of Cadus's mana, though, and that's what I like to see right here, because we are behind on mana. There's Lightning Greaves. Those could be annoying. With the Bolas. Brings it back to our turn. There's a couple lands. Play the Blood Crypt untapped. Haunting Voyage time. Let's foretell it. We need to leave a black land untapped in case we need a Thrilling Encore. Haunting Voyage. Can't pay. Can't pay. Choosing Shaman. Choosing Shaman again. It's one of the ETBs. There's a lot of Molten Echoes triggers. Love that. Double up all of these effects. Yeah, let's get back the Haunting Voyage. That seems like a crazy line of play. Just keep doing this. Use the Eternal Witness ability. Yes. Auto this. Choosing Shaman. Getting mana. Eternal Witness. Getting Casualties of War, I guess. We're going to keep the original Sek'kuar Deathkeeper. Yeah, that was a pretty crazy turn, huh? What next? Definitely want to get this Goblin Bombardment. Study and Remora. Can't pay. We can pay for the Heuristic Study, though. So we'll do that. Yeah, just the way our colors are right now, we'll just foretell the thing again. So it's ready to go for next turn. Oh, we can make mana with the Deathrite Shaman, can't we? Yeah, we could have did that. Whoops. Is there anything worth getting? The only thing really worth getting is probably the Vraska. That'd be 2 cheaper. So it'd be 2 mana? That's a thing. Yeah, let's see if we can exile a land from somewhere. Exile a land. Oh, it's going to be colored mana, though. Oh, yeah, we only have 1 color worth of mana. How do we adjust? I don't know if we can. Everything requires black, and I really want to leave up that Thrilling Encore. Just add a green, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just have to... That was a waste. Waste of a play right there. Whoops. Got excited, thought we could get the Vraska. Everyone who can attack, let's go to Cadus. I've made the mistake of letting Cadus live a few times, and that has always caused problems, so over they go. So, like, we could sack all these and then Thrilling Encore. What does that do? That kind of puts us right back where we are with a bunch more triggers. I think we just wait the turn and just kind of protect with Thrilling Encore. Oh, right, there's a bunch of triggers on the stack. We need to respond to those. And there's a bunch of Goblin Bombardment triggers. Oh, we would have been getting the Graveborns in there. Okay, maybe we should have gone with the Thrilling Encore play. It's fine. We just need 1 more turn, and I think we're good. I guess we could do it all at the end step. Get the Graveborn tokens that way, and they'd still be up for attacks. Seems good. Seems really good. Discard a land. Armored Griffin into the Heuristic Study. Opponent's going to attempt to shoot our commander. So I think we're just going to do all this a little early and sacrifice the Sek'kuar, get some mana, leave it in the graveyard. Swords will fizzle. Alrend's Epiphany, create 2 bird tokens, then take an extra turn. Ugh. Extra turns are not the most fun. We do have mana floating, so we need to do something with it. Let's Ashnod's Altar, sack the Eternal Witness. That gives us the mana we need. Then we can Goblin Bombardment. Let's get the birds. The Griffin has 5 toughness, and that's just a lot, so it doesn't really seem like it's worth going after. Just remove Fish's blockers right here. Oh man, if we get Moldervine Reclamation, we're going to be drawing a lot of cards if we keep doing all this stuff. Then we'll go to Fish's Face with these 2. Oh, I guess we could have sacked all this stuff with our commander still in play, and we would have got the Graveborn, so I mistimed that big time. We'd have like 4 or 5 Graveborn tokens right now. Can't pay. Can't pay. Choosing Shaman. Bunch of triggers. Eternal Witness. Get back Thrilling Encore. Oh, wait a second. Oh. So, with a hasty Deathrite Shaman, if there are enough lands in our opponent's graveyards, there's 2. Looks like 2, 3. We can loop this a couple more times because we'll get 4 mana back from the Burning Shaman every time. And then we can use the hasty Deathrite Shaman to make black. Oh, yeah. That is a thing. That is a thing that we can do. Eternal Witness. Get back Thrilling Encore. Ah, crap. I targeted the same spell twice. Hate when I do that. Use the ability. Burning Tree Shaman. Keep the original Shaman. Eternal Witness will fizzle. And another Anarchomancer. All the mana's on the stack right now, so we just have to do it right now, I guess. Yeah, start sacking more stuff. So use this guy, exile a land. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think this is gonna be pretty good. Start sacking all the stuff. As we start sacking non-tokens, we get the Sek'kuar triggers. I guess we sacrifice our commander also. No. Thrilling Encore again. Can't pay. Shaman! Bunch more stuff back. Choosing Shaman. Molten Echoes. Eternal Witness. Get back the Thrilling Encore. Use the ability. Eternal Witness. Get back the Decree of Pain. Keep the original. Start sacking stuff. We have 3 lands in our graveyard, so yeah, we can keep doing this. Thrilling Encore again. Eternal Witness, get back Thrilling Encore. Exile land from Fish's Graveyard, getting black. So, Fish goes down, and we'll start working on Cadus. Oh god, I just sent our commander to the command zone. That's not what we wanted to do. Yep, that's not ideal. I was worried there was going to be a misclick at some point in all of this. It's okay though, I think we can recover. Getting back Thrilling Encore. Leaving the land in the graveyard. We're going to need that. Exile a land, make a black. Start sacking stuff. Zach Ryan scoops. And with only Cadus left, we can just start sacking graveyard. Yeah, he scoops. Okay. Yeah, they see it. They see it now. That was a pretty crazy loop. I feel a little bad for our opponents because I didn't really think this was going to be a combo game per se, but that was a pretty intricate combo. You needed Molten Echoes to double up Burning Tree Shaman, Deathrite Shaman with enough lands in the graveyard, Eternal Witness, and Thrilling Encore, plus a sack outlet. So what is that, like, is that 6 or 7 cards that I just named? It's like a 6 or 7 card combo, so, you know. Those can happen when you are just running a lot of powerful cards in a deck, and that's kind of what happened here, but yeah, this deck's interesting. It sort of doesn't do anything until it does. So, you know, for like 7 or 8 turns, we didn't really have that much of an impact on the game. Casualties of War, maybe, but like once the reanimation loops kind of kick in, then this deck does get kind of wild, so. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. Thank you for watching.
I want to thank my awesome Patreon supporters. We have one new Patreon supporter in James Santos. James, you are awesome. If you want to help support the channel, vote on which decks I play next, or if you want to get some good games of Spell Table going, be sure to check out my Patreon, the link below.